Good afternoon, it's Tuesday and welcome along to day 2 of Refreshers Week 2021.
That's right, Ross. Welcome everyone. We hope you've had a good day yesterday and managed to take part in some of the events and activities throughout the day. Let us know down in the chat if you attended any of the sessions at all.
So did you manage to get the bits you burnt off the bottom of the pan then last night, Emmanuel?
I didn't burn any from the pan, Ross.
I
was sure to ask, but my jollof came out really tasty.
Yeah. Okay. Did you enjoy it though?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's not every time you get to, tell yourself that you really did well. But I mean, I tasted the rice and it wasn't that bad, so it's okay.
I've seen someone so self-complimentary.
Well, it's the least I could do. I have to be my own fan.
All right. Well, we've got another packed lineup today. So, Emmanuel, what are you looking forward to most?
There's loads, to be honest. There's the Rest Live Grand Design Study Space. There's the Unions Advice and Support Services discussion coming up, which is my favorite, and I'll be in it. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. But however, there's still other ones about, just where you can learn how to access your timetable, physical benefits of staying active while at university, and just a live music watch along later in the evening from the UK Student Music Network. So when that comes up, just pop up to the Union's Facebook from 7 p.m. But what I'm looking forward to the most is the Advice and Support Services discussion, because it's going to be a very organic discussion and there's a lot to learn from it. So yeah.
Well, another jam-packed day of activities today, but first, yesterday we heard from Edward Pollock from the university's innovation team about some of the work they carry out to support students. We also asked him for some of his advice and top tips to successfully study online and manage your workload, and here's what he had to say.
There's a lot to keep track of. Your lecturers are trying their best to handle new technologies, new platforms. We're getting better every day, but similar to you guys, there's things we sometimes don't know. So I would keep a to-do list. I always keep a to-do list handy at any point. So I would make sure you're mapping down from your lectures each week. Keep a central place where you can keep an eye on any reading you have to do, any tasks you've been given, keep an eye on whether things are on Zoom meetings. If a lecturer mentions, and next week we're going to be doing this, again, keep a note of that, because otherwise it's difficult to keep track of that when you've got so many different screens and so many different devices to keep an eye on. Rely on your friendship groups. If you can plan a little social or, a video call with your classmates. Being isolated is really tough. So with our first years, we just had an event management. They did a weekly social, whether that was a quiz, whether that was a scavenger hunt, whether that's something else. And I think it just broke the ice a little bit from being random faces on a Zoom call class to actually, getting to know each other a little bit. So I'd have a look at that. And, again, total stereotypical answer. But if you are struggling, if there's stuff that is difficult, there is so much resources. And I have to say, I've been at RGU for quite a few years. I've never seen the amount of online resources, kind of guides, videos. Every department is putting in such an insane amount of work to provide amazing support online. Back when I was a student, there was great support, but there's so much more now. So, look for it, check your campus Moodle. If you need support, absolutely go out there and look for it and make the time to try and find it, whether that's referencing, whether that's finding academic sources, whether that's mental well-being. There's so much out there. So that'd be my tips. Keep a to-do list so that you're feeling achievements every time you get a task done. Socialize with your classmates. Don't just kind of see them in classes and ignore it and feel isolated. And yeah, make the most of the support. That'd be some practical tips, I would say.
Some really good advice there from Edward. But don't forget to check out the events being run by Ed and his innovation team later this week. We'll have some more tips and advice from students and staff in each of these welcome videos throughout the week.
As always, you can find the full listing of our Refreshers Week events on the union's website at www.rguunion.co.uk/refreshers. And that's where you also need to go in a couple of minutes to take part in all of today's sessions.
Don't forget also to join us over on Facebook in the RGU Students 2020-2021 group. There are around 3,000 new and existing students in there already. So it's the perfect place if you have any questions or want to find out how to make some new friends to chat with.
We'll see you back here tomorrow at midday for another daily welcome. But for now,
bye.